Hey everyone, welcome back to Chat and Chat. आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम मिगेल है।
हाँ, और मेरा नाम जोश है और हम धुरंधर द रिवेंज देख रहे हैं। ये पार्ट 4। तो अगर पार्ट 1 या 2 या 3 नहीं देखा अब तक, फिर क्या करें?
In the description below, you can find a playlist that'll play part 1, part 2, part 3, and then you can come back for Char.
4 1 2 3 4। हाँ, और अगर हमारे साथ देखना चाहते हैं पूरे अनकट अनएडिटेड अनदेखा वाला स्टार्ट टू फिनिश, फिर इस वीडियो के नीचे हमारे पेट्रियन लिंक है जहां पर वॉच अलॉन्ग्स मिल सकते हैं, अर्ली एक्सेस, मेंबर्स पोल्स और हमारे लाइव स्ट्रीम्स जो हमारे साथ चिल कर सकते हैं। chill, hang out. I don't know. We answer questions. We talk. We chew the fat, as they say. और अगर अब तक नहीं किया और ये वीडियो अच्छा लगता है, फिर एक सेकंड लो और हमारे चैनल पर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर दिस वीडियो और लाइक बटन पर थप्पड़ मारो। Okay, here comes the badla. Love these like low angles, like sweeping. Makes them look larger than life.
Yeah.
Angel.
So he already knows. He already knows. So what's he gonna do?
रिजवान भाई, सफर में कोई तकलीफ तो नहीं हुई आपको?
Okay.
Yeah, they've been duped. He knows now that they must know. And they're going to use these weapons to come upstairs.
वो निजामी बिस्किट, उफ, क्या लजीज।
Yeah, so he already knows.
Yeah, he's his spidey sense is tingling. For sure. He's like, there's something not right here.
Yep.
Dude, this is how much they're scared of this guy. They're literally bringing like an entire army to take him down.
क्या सोच रहे हैं इकबाल भाई? हमजा, तुझे पता है?
Or should I say?
मैं हर हमले में सैटेलाइट फोन पर मुजाहिदों के साथ क्यों रहता हूँ? उनकी रहनुमाई के लिए, काफिरों की चीखें सुनने के लिए राहत मिलती है।
You're gonna have to have a good poker face to not glare at that.
उस मुल्क की बर्बादी का ख्याल दिन रात मेरे जहन में चलता रहता है।
He's trying to provoke him.
Of course. See how good his poker face really is.
असल में ये सिर्फ एक ख्याल नहीं, मेरा ख्वाब है। मुद्दतों से उस मुल्क को अजियत में रखा, खूब तड़पाया, पर मेरे दिल को कभी पूरी तरह से मुसर्रत नहीं मिली। लेकिन इस बार वो ख्वाब हकीकत होते दिखता है मुझे।
That's what you think.
तेरा मुल्क तबाह होते दिख रहा है।
Oh, and twist it.
हमजा, खुदा का बंदा, कैसा महसूस होता है जब
You think you would have felt that coming?
कोई पीठ में खंजर को। आजादी की लड़ाई लड़ते लड़ते हजारों बलोच लड़के शहीद हो गए। उनका बदला लेना चाहेंगे। अगर मैं उन सबको एक छत के नीचे ले आऊं।
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's
He's pulled
the
them
plan.
all together in one place.
तो आप क्या करेंगे?
कहर मचा दूंगा।
ऐसा ही आज मुझे महसूस हो रहा।
So that's why he's got to play it kind of cool, because he doesn't want to let them know that he had a plan this whole time.
Yeah.
Because he could totally whoop these guys' ass.
Yeah.
All right, handicap is over. He gave him enough.
काफिरों का जल्लाद मेजर इकबाल। अरे मेरे घंटे का जल्लाद।
Oh boy. I wonder if he doesn't want to kill him in case there's more.
आसानी से नहीं मारूंगा तुझे.
Yeah, he wants him to suffer, but he doesn't realize that it's already too late for you, dude.
26 के हरा के लाशों की तादाद दुगनी होते देखेगा तू पहले और फिर दोज़ख में फेंक के आऊंगा तुझे मैं.
Yeah, let's watch.
It's like, any minute now.
कुछ भी हो जाए वक्त पे ट्रिगर दबा देना.
They are
तो
bombs.
अंदर होगा.
They
I
are
think you're
bombs.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put.
बचेगा कैसे?
संभालूंगा.
Yep.
Hopefully they don't dig too deep.
तुम लोगों के पटाखे खत्म हो गए तो मैं धमाका शुरू करूं.
Oh, they were so dumb.
Boom. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that guy got ripped into pieces.
Oh yeah. Soldiers never got out.
आप सब रेंजर्स की वर्दी में आइएगा ताकि मकामी लोगों को लगे कि रेंजर्स और एलईडी के बीच में गहमा-गहमी हो गई. इस तरीके से कोई बीच में नहीं आए.
Whoa. Okay.
Crank that baby up.
Brings in the heavy power. No one's escaping.
He came for the fun.
Yeah.
इतने सालों का हमारा बनाया निजाम बर्बाद करने चला था.
He has.
Oh, yeah, that's a,
Yeah.
that's a good spot.
The hand is one of those places that you do not want to get cut because it's so painful.
Oh man. Again, I just have to say, the background music is perfect. Definitely didn't even try to hide that.
Nope. Oh! How many rounds?
I don't know, but he's going up against a super spy that's
Yeah.
been undercover for so many years. Like his training
Yeah.
is way better. Yeah.
Yeah, I started to say there. Oh, way over the edge. Oh. They're like, oh no!
The eyes lit up. There.
Oh!
Didn't expect that.
Gotta go and get him.
It's the lion crawling from the pit.
Yeah, that's a rough crawl.
पूरा मुरीद के खाक कर दो.
Okay, chair. Dude, I just love the way he walks too. When he was walking, he looks like he weighs 1,000 pounds
Yeah.
of raw
Rock.
muscle. Goodbye. Oh, it's all like they freeze up. Dude,
No,
you're
dude,
not
you're
outrunning
not
that.
outrunning it.
That was cool that it went right through him. Dude, like this whole city is gonna be wiped off the map.
Yeah. Oh, come on. He's a better marksman than that. Dude, why are you out with all this shooting going on? You can't hear this? There's explosions.
He's just like, dude, I got a wall to build. I mean, poor guy just trying to put some dinner on the table.
Yeah.
Oh. Make it personal.
Yeah. Upfront combat. But he's also at this point just wanting to get away because I can't. Firefighting going out and I need to get my wood
who
done.
knows? Maybe in this city it's normal. Just
Yeah.
like, okay, that's the 10 a.m. shootout
Yeah.
going down at the
Maybe.
local grocery store. Oh, that was planned.
yeah.
Out. What? Why are those just randomly at a freaking shipyard?
Yeah.
And Pakistan is some weird place.
Yeah. I would imagine in his jacket he would have had some extra tools.
Ooh. It's a heavy punch.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
The face of revenge. In a way, this almost looks like his
he
friend
thought-
when
the
he was
horror.
tripping on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like prophesizing that
Yeah.
he was going to be like the bringer of death and revenge, you know, to these people. Wrath of God. Yeah, I like that.
Oh! Whoa!
Wow. Okay. The effects here, those are not easy shots to pull off when you're like,
He's gonna just bleed out.
yeah,
But I
mean,
think he's gonna drag him onto the train track and let the train just take him,
dismember him.
drag him, and
Oh, and that one leg just
it's-
holding on by like tendons and veins.
oh,
It's almost like that scene in Mahaftar Narsimha when he's just like ripping him apart.
yeah.
Stuff. That's what.
Oh, he's gonna let him drown. Oh, in the
kerosene.
kerosene. Oh.
Oh God! The like dangly leg.
Oh God.
Goodbye. Oh, dude.
नया हिंदुस्तान है ये हिंदुस्तान घर में घुसेगा भी और मारेगा भी
और मारेगा भी. Oof. That's a powerful line.
तू मुझे मारेगा हजारों पैदा होंगे जब घोड़ासिन से मुजाहिदों की फौजें उठेगी अरे लाल किले पर सितारों हिलाल पर छम लहराएगा जब घोड़ासिन से मुजाहिदों की फौजें उठेगी.
Oh my God! This is going to be huge. Oh, this is going to be seen from like across the country. On a time switch.
At least give me some time to walk away.
Yeah. Dude, just keep running your mouth, man.
The fumes are gonna get, and they're gonna. Yeah.
Whoa. It's like explosion of dominoes.
Yeah.
Like if you play
The
dominoes
whole
with like
area's
TNT.
gonna know. I think those people that were just kind of hanging out at home. Oh, that's louder than normal.
Must be a Thursday.
शालीना
She must be surrounded by cops, though.
एक आखिरी बार तुम्हारे लबों से अपना नाम सुनना चाहता हूँ.
One last time. Dude, I don't know if she's going to be safe, though. Because after all this, I mean, they could try to take it out on her and the kid.
मेरा असली नाम जानना चाहूँ. Just Kiran.
acceptance in a way that I don't think he ever thought that she would get to.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the plan now?
Yeah.
Cover is blown.
Yeah.
He killed a bunch of people that he sought out to. Oh no.
You think he'll kill himself?
No. Well, hopefully. Maybe he'll take that poison. If they take him alive. So. Oh no, dude, don't let him take you alive. I don't know.
आलम को तो तूने आसानी से मौत दे दी थी, पर तुझे मैं इतनी आसानी से नहीं मरने दूंगा हमजा।
Jeez.
हसन साहब, अजय, सन्याल, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम सानियाल साहब।
मेरा एक लड़का है आपके पास, अभी खबर फैली नहीं है, इसीलिए मेरी सलाह यह है कि उसे सही सलामत मरगला हिल के पास पहुंचा दिया जाए।
Otherwise, I will reveal.
हिंदुस्तान की धज्जियां इंटरनेशनल मीडिया के सामने तो अब उड़ेंगी और मेरे लड़के जो इसका हशर करेंगे, मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये अपने पैरों पर खड़ा हो पाएगा बेचारा।
आप अपना और मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंटली मेरा वक्त जाया कर रहे हैं।
डैड मुझे दे दीजिए।
Sure.
And it's interesting, like that comparison of like his child sleeping in his arms, like the comforting father type.
जल्दी से उस लड़के को छोड़ दो, वरना आपके फॉरवर्ड पोस्ट पे इतने गोले दागे जाएंगे कि इस्लामाबाद की तशरीफ थरथराने लगेगी।
हम जिहादी हैं, काफिरों की धमकियों से नहीं डरते हम।
अभी कहानी सुनने की शौक रखते हो? 3 महीने पहले पाकिस्तान का एक टॉप हाईली डेकोरेटेड आईएसआई ऑफिसर करोड़ों रुपए के बदले में पाकिस्तान न्यूक्लियर प्रोग्राम के हाईली सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन नीलाम करने को तैयार। किसको? यहूदियों को, पाकिस्तान के दुश्मनों को। मैं ना आपको कुछ तस्वीर और वीडियोस भेज रहा हूँ। मुझे पूरा यकीन है उसे देखने के बाद आपके पैर भी उतना ही
Is it
लड़खड़ाएंगे
him?
जितनी
They
आपकी
got some
जुबान।
blackmail on him? Oh, caught him red-handed? Rasputin. This,
Yeah, it's him.
right? Yeah, this is Boney M. Rasputin. What a great background score to use. Look at him squirm. Out. It went with the beat.
आपको एहसास तो है ना कि अगर ये खबर फैल गई तो आपकी आवाम तो आपको दौड़ा के बीच सड़कों में कुत्तों की तरह मारेगी ही, साथ में आपके बेगुनाह बेगम और बेटी को भी जिंदा जला देगी।
Yeah, accurate.
वो लड़का मुझे मरगला हिल के पास चाहिए सही सलामत, कोई पीछा नहीं करेगा। कुछ ही देर में रावलपिंडी के फ्लाइंग क्लब पे एक अनरजिस्टर्ड प्राइवेट जेट लैंड होने वाला है।
यहाँ लोगों को खबर फैल गई है कि हमने एक इंडियन एजेंट पकड़ा है।
That's your problem.
मुझे किसी पर तो इल्जाम डालना पड़ेगा।
उज़ैर बलोच।
This guy is going to be, he's like, wait, what? Oh man, he's just
he took care of his scapegoat
Yeah,
the
he's
whole time.
he's like, yeah.
दोबारा फोन नहीं
I
करना।
And the
told,
fact
I
that they
told,
work together
Yeah.
too.
नमस्कार।
Okay, what I love about this, the greeting that they used was like a more like Muslim sort of greeting, right? But at the very end, the ending that they both said namaskar was like perfect. Continue the work, my friend. So what's next for him? Like, will they let him retire? I mean, everything he's gone through.
and is she in the car?
That would be perfect if her and the boy are in the car. And they could go into like witness protection.
She says his real name.
What? I just got goosebumps. What the hell?
कराची में तुम्हारे हैंडलिस्ट के ऊपर एक कोऑर्डिनेटर होगा।
Oh my God, are you kidding me this whole time? Reverend Soup, he's the soup man. Look at his stone cold face. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that her dad?
Yeah, it's her dad.
कुछ कीजिए ना हाँ प्लीज नवाब शफीक सिग्नल से बात कीजिए
Morning.
Gosh, the goosebumps like all over. What?
हाँ बोलिए.
ISI हम सब उठाने वाली है.
मुझे होम मिनिस्टर साहब से बात करनी पड़ेगी. Keep me informed.
What? Dude was working the same. I told you, everyone underestimated him.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was such a cool reveal.
हम कब से?
45 साल पहले मुझे भेजा था
Whoa!
He's been there a lot.
यहाँ की सियासत में घुसने.
Talk about playing the freaking long game.
Oh man, seriously.
जाओ आराम कर. बहुत काम कर लिया तूने.
That's true.
बस एक अफसोस रहेगा. दाऊद को नहीं मार पाया.
What? What's it? The slow death. The slow death. He put the poison on his like what he was gonna do to him. That's
He
why he's
did
so
that.
sick,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
he shakes everyone's hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that does not
Oh,
sound.
yeah. Yeah. It was a slow death. Again, so many people playing the long game.
He's like, I got 45 years here already, you know?
Respect.
Killing him wouldn't be as satisfying. Oh my God.
Ah, yeah.
Watching him just like bleed his blood out of his stomach. Tu ja, mere bacha. Flip it. Yes. Welcome home.
मेरे बब्बर शेर.
A debrief. Man, the stories he's got to tell.
And I can't imagine the emotional, psychological scarring that's.
कल सुबह 8 बजे debriefing के लिए तैयार रहना. Pencil will pick you up. Just Kirat. You did good.
A lot better than good. Oh, this is like, I love that, like, whole coming full circle. He burned his life going there, and the life that he made there, he's got to, like, that person's dead now. So it's like a whole nother funeral for himself.
Yeah.
That is beautifully written.
Morning, sir.
अरे सुशांत आओ बेटा have some breakfast.
Thank you. The acid is on the loose, sir.
Yeah.
He ran.
What happened?
It's all fine, ma'am.
I would imagine he'd be so purposeless. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he knows he has a wife and child out there. So maybe he's going to try to find a way to get back to him. So was the story that they told his family that he died? Because going back home...
Yeah. Oh, remember that was the
Yep.
place where...
Oh yeah, we remember that. It's kind of where his life took a huge turn.
Yeah. But I mean, anyone from there would know what had happened and would know about him. So...
Yeah. I don't think he's going.
I don't think so. I think he just wanted to see.
Make sure that they're doing well.
Yeah.
See it for himself. That's got to be the hardest thing, though, to stop, because logically, everyone there, it wouldn't work out because
Yeah.
that life is over. At a literal crossroad.
Yeah. The things I do for the family I love. Yep. Yep.
सब लोग लाइन में आएंगे, सामान लेंगे, साइन करेंगे और लाइन में आगे बढ़ेंगे.
Back in his training day?
बलिदान देने से बड़ा कोई कर्म नहीं होता है और देश के लिए बलिदान देने से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं होता है. इस शब्द से दोस्ती गहरी करोगे उतना ही ज्यादा अपने भीतर दर्द और पीड़ा सहने की क्षमता पाओ. Always remember.
Oh, there's his.
बलिदान परमो धर्म.
ये ड्रिल सिर्फ फिजिकल नहीं साइकोलॉजिकल भी है और आप लोगों के दर्द सहने की क्षमता.
Oh, they became buddies.
Oh, like from training. Oh, okay. Seems like he's got the one up on him on that. Oh man.
उर्दू, कुरान, कौमी तालीम, नमाज, इन सब पे पकड़ मजबूत होनी चाहिए.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to learn everything, like a crash course.
रहमान बलोच उर्फ रहमान डकैत भारत में टेररिज्म फैलाने के लिए ऐसी गैंग्स का सबसे ज्यादा इस्तेमाल करते हैं.
ये डिमेथाइल मर्करी एक्सट्रीमली पॉइजनस धीरे-धीरे आपकी किडनी, लंग्स और लीवर को डैमेज करना शुरू कर देता है.
And we know one guy that had a very close encounter with that.
जितना अपनी सांसों पे काबू पाओगे, जितना उसे धीरे खर्च करोगे, उतना ही अपने जज्बातों और तनाव को नियंत्रण में रख पाओगे. असली जान तभी लगानी होती है जब जान खत्म होने वाली हो. लगाम!
Oh, that was that. Got him out of it.
Yeah, that was exactly when the chains were on his face.
Yep.
Yeah, this is every sort of resource he used throughout his cover. He's been under there a while. Grew a beard. Dude. Oh, that was quite a bit more than a movie.
नवाब शफीक का आदमी है वो. सही अब क्या कह रहे हैं अचानक?
बड़े मामले हैं इसमें अपनी गर्दन मत फंसाओ कट जाएगी.
हमारे मुल्क के सैकड़ों लोगों का कत्लेआम कर चुका है.
चुपचाप अपने घर जाओ मत.
चुप बैठने वाला नहीं. नेशनल असेंबली तक जाऊंगा.
Oh, someone's gonna get a bullet.
धमकी देता तो मुझे बैंड ले जाओ सालेगा.
ऐसे कैसे ले जाओ?
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, that's the government
He
you
just
live in.
disappeared.
Goodbye. No one's gonna ever hear you again. Wow. Whoa. So I was with you. I was really hoping when that car pulled up to get him off the road, like I thought his wife and child were going to be in there, which was going to be a very emotional, like big reveal, right?
Yeah.
But with Jamil there, like I don't know which one I would have liked. I think I like this one because it's more on brand. Because the other one would feel like more like heart tugging, the strings, and it's not as realistic. Because for them, their life is there, and like they're still like in the deep cover, right?
Right.
And they're covered, and you know, so I guess it wouldn't really make too much sense that way. So this is the more realistic approach, and that reveal was so fire. And the way he just looked at him, he's like, "Ah, mera bache." Like I'm just like, dude, what a boss!
So under the radar, man.
But I told you, everyone underestimated him. How many times did I say that? I
you
said that so
several,
many times because I'm like, this
Not
guy
only
knows
as a
how to play the game.
politician, but as an operative, definitely.
Yeah, operative,
definitely.
because that's what it is, because he was playing this game, and you do not survive in that environment, and I think I might have said this, you don't survive in those kind of politics unless you know how to blend between one side to the next side and go with the flow.
Right.
And as an operative, I mean, you clearly have to do that as well, and just kind of make yourself seem like everyone's friend. And he did that, and he survived, and he didn't just survive, he actually did very well for himself.
And he's not the operative that's going to be like all, fighting and all this other sort of stuff. He's a roly-poly older guy like me. And he's like, but I'm very sly. So I think it was really cool. I thought that was really, actually, it would be cool to see a whole thing of his life, what he's done. That would be very, very cool.
Yeah, I would love to see some sort of spin-off with him, like as the lead.
Yeah,
just someone that's so unlikely to go
maybe
undercover.
when he was a little younger, and kind of show how he got set up and what he had to do and so forth.
It'd be so hard to like find someone that could play young Rakesh Bedi though.
Yeah,
because like his voice, the way he carries himself, and just the way he looks makes so much of what makes him so intriguing and like just pulls you in. Obviously, he's like one of my favorites of this whole movie, and I said it when we started this, is after the first movie, I looked into him, I started following him on Instagram, so Rakesh Bedi, I follow, like, he is awesome, he's my favorite thing out of all these movies. With that being said, so many people did such a great job here. I mean, obviously acting, you get the spotlight, you're right up there on the screen, but the composers, the cinematographers, like the cameraman, all of them, like it was just really well done.
And special effects, man. And I know you guys don't get enough credit, but there was some really cool special effects that, again, as I've gotten to know you and your work, I see things now at an entirely different level when certain things are done, and I'm like, wow, that was a hard shot, and that took a lot of special effects to make it look the way it looked natural, and it looked great. But I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh man, that's hours of work.
Yeah, the legs. Oh man, when he had his legs chopped up from under him.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. Yeah, and what a way to take out a bad guy.
Yeah, it was
very stylized, very stylized. I liked it a lot.
One thing that I wanted to point out, because I didn't really get to finish the thought of when Maddie's character called the ISI guy when he had Hamza captive and they were torturing him. They started out by saying like a greeting that you would in like Pakistan or something, right? Like salam alaikum, walaikum salam, right? But at the very end, when he had the upper hand, because then it shows, because we think that he holds all the cards. So we're like, okay, so the conversation started out, but then by the end of the conversation, they said like namaste or namaskar or something like that, and he said it back to him because he's like, I accept defeat.
Yeah.
And it's like so interesting, you know, so just even in the writing, there's so many instances where it's like, if you look into what kind of the language they're using, whether it's more Urdu or if it's more Hindi, and when that switch happens, you know, and then you blend into, like, it's just all part of the story, even in the words as part of the story. And I just think it's very clever and a good way of doing that. And also with the lighting, and I mean, the lighting was like so good in this movie, like throughout. Like how they framed everything, and you know, when he's getting his revenge, it turns like this kind of red, but with this like blue side behind him, like this like heroic, but yet even heroes have this like rage and stuff like that. So,
well, it's the drive, the motivation for the revenge that has to come through, not only in their actions and their words, but also in just the presence and the environment around them to show that rage. And you saw that rage a lot also with, you know, the soldiers that were fighting outside, because he had basically turned them into an ally to basically destroy this whole entire terrorist network that's set up, because he brought it to their attention just how much they're being abused as part of it, you know? And so that, I think, was pretty key as well, too, because everyone has their motivation, and he was able to tap into that to get them to bring about their revenge as well. So, lots of good writing, lots of good intertwining, and it also goes to show just how complex this all is too. At the same time, there's no, everyone has a part in it in some way or another, and it's complex, and it's not like easily dealt with and taken apart easily just by removing one person. And so much of it is the long play. I mean, the fact that, you know, he's slowly killing off that one guy, I think is, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that whole reveal was like peak for me in the whole movie. That reveal where he's picked up from the road. But apart from that, so many times I wanted to go in and change the subtitles because yes, it's labeled as raw and undekha, but the subtitles didn't translate a single one of the curse words properly. So I want to go in and I want to fix the subtitles, and I wonder why Netflix did that. Like, because they're like, oh no, the only way that you're going to know exactly what they're saying is if you speak the language or whatever. But they're letting the audio be that. They're not bleeping it out. So then why would they censor the subtitles? I don't understand. Because we watched Gangs of Wasseypur, right?
Yeah.
And they did not...
They didn't hold back.
No,
even there was some that I was like, that's not I know that word.
Right, true. Yeah, even there they didn't translate entirely. But a lot of Hindi Gali doesn't translate to English very well.
It's not a one-to-one.
I mean, it could be, but it wouldn't make, I mean, I don't think it would carry the same weight that it does if you grew up with it. You know what I mean? Because it's, anyway. That being said, it was very brutal. Like what they advertised, it didn't hold back on that.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, look, we're going to tell you what it is, and we're not going to try to be something that we're not." And they stayed on brand through the entire film. The pacing was really good. I mean, you have to have great pacing for a 4-hour movie. Let's be honest, it was 4 hours, this uncut version.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it felt, again, just like the first movie, this one felt quicker than a movie that we've seen that was like 2 hours and like 20 minutes.
Right.
And it was almost double the time.
Yeah, and you and I took a break in between on this one to basically allow ourselves time because there's just too long for us to sit that long, at least for me. But
I mean, you need an intermission.
I need an
intermission.
intermission.
No one expects you
I need an
to
intermission.
sit 4 hours and watch it straight through in 4 hours. I mean, I could maybe have, if we weren't filming, I could just like lounge around, like have some popcorn and soda and stuff. I could totally just sit there without any break, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But this was definitely like peak.
And it definitely, I mean, they went fast. And so I was just like, wow, we're at a break point. Okay, all right, this is good. I like this. And so, yes, pacing was very, very good. Again, one of the things that we always look at in pacing, is there any part of the story that seems extra or that could be done without? There was not. Everything had a point to it. And it was a relevant point at that moment. You understood the intensity of that particular scene and what was coming about by it and so forth.
Yeah.
So
this is the uncut version, so they did make cuts to
well,
this.
Of course,
not the one we watched, but in theaters they actually had cuts. So like there's about 10 minutes. So I'm curious to know
what they cut.
What they cut, because honestly, I'm watching this and I'm just like, well, what did you cut? Maybe they cut the training after the credits, the whole training thing, because those sort of things you just kind of assume that that happened. Like, okay, because they had a line in there once he was ready to go across the border. They had a line that said, okay, your training is done. You've been properly trained. Now go and do it. And so we'd all, I think, just kind of assume that, yeah, he had great training and stuff. So after the credits showing what that training entailed, maybe that's what they cut out. I don't know. And then maybe a couple other things, because that wasn't 10 minutes worth, because I think they cut like 10 minutes out to the theatrical version. But anyway, I'm sure in the comments people are going to let us know what they cut out, what sort of scenes. What's interesting, though, is here you have a very successful movie that did very well, broke records, and did very well in the box office. And for something like this, that you do have like the hints of reality plus the fiction, and you're making a character that turns out to be a symbol, like symbolizing like patriotism and the sacrifice himself. And even on the backs of their shirts, they had the word for sacrifice on the backs of their shirt. And, so it's almost like seeing that as like the duty. So this whole movie was like the symbolism of like what the unspoken, even though this like Hamza wasn't like a real character, there are people out there
that are doing this
that
all the
are
time.
doing stuff like this. But all those like unknown kills and stuff that happened in Pakistan, that actually happened though. Like there were like unknown
vigilantes,
people, taking out these higher end people.
Yeah.
And so this kind of like put that spin on the story to give one possible rationale about like what's happening over there.
Right.
So I think that it was done very well in terms of balancing the whole, let's try to stay grounded and with like a truthful, factual sort of like reality on actual events that happened, fights that happened within the street wars and all that sort of stuff, because all those incidents were actual incidents that did happen. So they use those as literary like settings and, place settings and to help see what part of history we're at the time. I thought it was done very well in an interesting way that, was exciting from start to finish. The fight scenes were brutal and just really well choreographed. So hats off to that team. It felt like a lion was fighting, especially when he was growling.
Yes.
Like when he had that guy and he was like, and you could hear it just like the, that. Oh man, he did that so well. Like I knew immediately. I'm like, he's a freaking lion, man. Well done.
He's a beast.
Especially when he flipped his hair and his hair was like this big. What I also found interesting, his hair was getting longer and longer and his beard was getting longer and longer. He didn't like cut his beard or his hair. And through that whole transition, it was like him going back to his roots of like being Sikh, right?
Yes.
Because in the beginning, like he had his hair like cut and all that. But and traditionally, they're like the five. I think there's like the 5 symbols, of Sikhism that you'd carry with you on your person. And so in a way, like that was like his transformation to being back home and being like who he was, is like finding his roots in all of that. And so in a way, he was keeping something close at hand that is like his heritage. So I like
grounding him a little bit and keeping that connection back to home, even though he's not at home.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So obviously at the very end when he's like in between, the 2 streets, like obviously he can't go home because he would put his family in danger. Word would start spreading.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't so clear to me what exactly everyone thought happened to him. Like maybe they thought he died in that shootout with the cops and that sort of stuff. Maybe that was the story. I mean, it was the secret agents that captured him, so they could spin whatever story they wanted to.
Right.
So if he did go back home, it would cause like a lot of drama in the family, but also the neighborhood, because I'm sure there might have been some sort of peace there, because one side thinks that they got justice for all the people that were murdered, or not murdered. I mean, it's hard to call it murder when it was justified, like vigilante justice.
Yeah.
But so that whole family feels like, okay, well at least the culprit was like taken away or something happened to him, and then the other the family. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe they still are on the losing end because they lost his son. They lost a daughter. Then the other daughter was, like taken advantage of and life basically ruined. So I don't know. I guess that still doesn't work out that way. That sucks. But
and that's why violence never, when people say it never works out, it never works out for anybody on any of the sides of violence and crime and that sort of thing. Because it hurts both sides. Even though justice might be served, no one really wins at the end. So
yeah, but do not wake the sleeping beast.
No,
and that's the thing, is because the guy that was laying on the table, Dawood, I think his name, he's on the table and he's like, oh, how dare they start like taking all of our people out and doing all this sort of stuff, and now we're gonna make them. And it's like, dude, like they're just fighting back. Like you're poking somebody and they're just like rolling with it, and they're like, dude, stop. And there comes to a time you poke someone enough and they're gonna like, back. They're gonna strike back, and they're like, dude, this isn't what we want, but if you're gonna keep doing this, then we're gonna take your terror cells out and stuff and fight back. So
exactly.
Anyway, so final thoughts and rating.
I'm going to go ahead and give this a 10. I think this is an excellent film. Excellent. Acting was absolutely fantastic. Lots of super detail, just visually engaging, great storytelling, great writing. I can't find anything wrong with it. And, you know, not that I'm looking for something to be wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, sometimes there are things that jump out at us in a film that it's like, oh, that's just made this film wrong. You know, it's some element that just didn't set right. And there's nothing that you know, is wrong here. And so it's a great film. And I think that the craftsman, the overall artistry, you know, from writing all the way through to its execution has just been done really well. So that's why I give it a 10.
So for me, as long as a movie doesn't set out to try to be what it's not, then I'm totally game for it and I'm there for it. So a movie like this is made, it's like a full entertainer. Like it's meant to entertain, it's meant to pass the time and like draw up like emotions in you in a certain way, like this sort of like revenge, like almost some sort of like justice thing, right? Because I think we as people in broken systems with government, no matter what country, and like government is not perfect, right? Yeah. So when you see broken systems and you see a world where you see some sort of justice being served for a broken system, it feels really good, even if it's not our system, us as foreigners. It just, there's still some sort of like an inherent need as like a common man to see justice being served to unjust things happening. So a movie like this draws on those like emotions and it pushes it to the max. And sure, it dramatized a lot of stuff and, you know, but that's what you want from a movie, you know? And so being a pure entertainer, not trying to like change the world, you know, and there's some movies that I really appreciate that really try to make some sort of statement and some sort of like learning curve that you can like walk out the movie and feel like maybe you've learned something a little bit more about life, or you understand a certain aspect of yourself maybe that you didn't understand before, or you know, just something like art house movies and stuff, like, you know, you can watch a movie like that and it makes you start questioning certain things. This movie, it's not like, we're not trying to get you to question the meaning of life. We're here to make 4 hours pass as if it was only 1 hour, and mission succeeded, I believe. I mean, as you said, the artistry for all around, like this was very well done. All the actors involved, the writers, directors, the cinematographers, the VFX artists, the special effects artists, all of them were just superb. Like from start to finish, it was a very
and don't forget the music.
Piece. The music, oh my gosh, I had so much fun in this one. So I liked the music in the first one, but I think this sequel the music definitely lifted it to another level. Like it just, I don't know, I just felt it maybe a lot more.
As we often will say, it became a character unto itself. It set a tone, it set its own tempo and connection to what was going on, that a lot of times music sometimes is much more backgroundy, where this was, hey, I'm specifically playing this at this point because this is what I want you to think, this is what I want you to hear, and maybe it carries the feeling in others, and so I think they did a really good job with that. So
yeah. And especially the song when he was like talking to his wife for the very last time. That song just hit the perfect notes, and you know, talked about a lot and the sacrifice and all that. And this guy, he sacrificed more than anyone would possibly ever know.
Well, he sacrificed in a way two lives.
Yeah.
2 lives of himself.
For sure. Yeah, he had 2 funerals for himself. Yeah. And that is hard. Like anyone doing 1 funeral for themselves, but doing 2 just is like, wow, where do you fit in life anymore? Like he just,
and that's what I said. You know, when he basically the acid is on the loose, he's struggling because he's trying to find where he fits in when he's no longer doing what he's supposed to be doing. Where does he fit in? And you know. I love that scene where he's just standing and he's looking on 2 different sides, you know, in the middle of a road saying, do I go back? Do I go forward? Do I go, where do I go? I don't know where I'm going.
Right.
You know, and yeah, that's
so,
tough.
I do still have to rate it, and I think for this genre and what we're watching, and that they succeeded so well, in my opinion, with being like entertaining from start to finish, and doing a very good job at like aura farming in a way. I'm gonna give it a 10 because man, I was impressed throughout the movie with everything. Even I don't know how they did it. Ranveer Singh, he was walking into some of those scenes, like it was especially noticeable when he walked, when he said like get cover fire, and he walked across the street to get the rocket launcher. How he walked across the street, it literally, maybe it was like the camera shake. Every step he took, it made it feel like
Heavy.
he weighed
Yes.
like an elephant, just like about to rampage through the streets. I mean, I don't know. I just got this feeling that if anyone would try to pick him up, like even a crane would have a problem lifting him up.
He just has
like,
this heavy presence a lot of times. And it was also that, remember they said in the training thing at the end, silence. His silence. He moved very quietly, even in most everything that he did. And he said very little lots of times.
Well, that's what keeps you alive.
Exactly. But even though he's not vocal or he's not making a whole lot of noise, you feel his presence all the time.
Yeah.
Okay? And I think that's what, in a lot of ways, allowed him to come in so easily, because it's almost like he's grounded. And he's so grounded that he becomes very comfortable and a base for everybody to just, oh, if he's in the room, the room just feels good. Do you know what I mean? And people let their guards down, and then that's what he was using to get in and to get closer. And remember, every time some of these people were just going crazy, he would always come in and just be this grounding on them.
Because when someone says very little, whenever they do say something, it carries a lot more importance.
Right.
You know, because it's like, wait, this is guy that.
And he'd be right up next to them and be holding them, and it just like, you know, pull them, bring them back down.
Yeah, the direction was good. Everything was really, really well done here. So it was a pleasure to watch, and you know, it couldn't come soon enough. I was counting down the days until it was released. So I mean, I was definitely keeping an eye on it, and so I hope you all enjoyed it along with us. But tell us what your favorite parts were, because it's hard. I've been thinking about it this whole time, and we do these reviews literally right after we watch it. So I'm sure, given some time, I might be able to pick my favorite part. Mine was the reveal at the very end with who picked him up from the street, and everything. I mean, it was just a very well done piece. So thank you so much for joining us here. And remember, if you haven't yet and you like these videos, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel, share the video, a like button par thappad maro.